These beasts are feeding on that carcass. If only we could pour some sleeping potion.
You did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without a fight.
I need a bit of practice.
Watch out, Anadai!
Look at the basin and the symbols around it. Given the islanders' taste for rituals and enigmas, I think you should touch the water.
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides, keys for the sake...
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this and just like before, the vision dissipated. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. Here this looks like a snowflake. The snow, or this stone bears the image of a storm. Or perhaps the wind. On this stone, the sun is visible. The drawing on this stone makes me think this drawing looks like an infant. Could it... Here this looks like a snowflake. This stone is blackened, eaten away. I think it's supposed to evoke death. Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle.
Once again, these visions open gates. Try to remember them.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated. And I was suddenly with you again. This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tearfredi, and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einar Mýrfryktaman.
Bertir to mad on all.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings in?
A face in the mountain of Tearfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. You sent the beasts into a deep sleep. That was very clever. Another, in choosing the path of silence, you avoided confronting the Dosantat. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the Guardian recognized you. You choose to trust the way of rules and wisdom. It is the island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion.
Am I authorized to encounter Einar Mýrfryktaman now? To present him with my...
If the High King agrees, yes. We shall not have only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well.
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another...
Is he hiding? Has he been...
He disappeared several months ago. Since then we have not heard from him. He was worried. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans. Here at the count, there was Deirdre, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dun...
My mother, alas.
Yes. I heard about your loss, Siora.
And divorced Tirce.
Deirdre is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedlug.
I've already met her. She sent me to confront a guard.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekid and Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendan.
Kwa awalamseg. I hope that you will fight.
Hold on! Help is on its way! You were lucky. Without our presence here.
Yes. Blessed be the earth that has brought you to us at this time.
Oi! Johan! I was touched.
Oh no!
These creatures are venomous. If their venom has come into contact with her blood, this young woman does not...
And we're too far from the village to seek help.
I know a potion that will erase the effects of the venom.
I have a vial of it in my bag. Hold on.
Thank you. Truly the best winds have brought you.
Here, drink.
Don't worry. It'll...
You can trust her. She knows.
Marian, what do you feel?
I feel the pain.
She is saved. May the trees always bear fruits on your journey.
It was nothing.
You are different from other Renaixi. You know the potion.
We came to study this place, the carvings in particular.
This is one of our places of ritual. A place of connection.
I seek to understand the mechanism.
You seek the secrets of the Donegada.
Yes, his name is Dunkas. He is also our Donegad, and his wisdom.
Here is someone who should be able to answer all your questions.
Let us go then. We will have time.
I have so many questions about this place, about the rich...
Bertir to mad Donkas. These Renaixes saved my lord.
What happened?
We were meditating at the sacred circle in Kerganau. Morian was poisoned.
Really? We are not yet used to the Renaixe doing something without expecting something in return. You should go and meditate now. I have to talk to them.
They are different from the others.
I hear your gratitude, Morian. It honors you. Now go.
My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Dunkas, the Marl of the Yigidor. Your face markings designate you as one of ours, yet you are a Lugaid blood. A clan that rarely shows generosity, yet you saved Moria.
Please, we couldn't let her die without...
This feeling brings you honor. But what were you doing near...
It was me who led my friends there. I was hoping to study the circle, to better understand your culture.
Loyans always want the same thing. They covet our secrets to better steal our land, to better hurt our children.
Calm now. Perhaps this lioness is different from the... Maybe we were wrong about them.
I'm not trying to conquer your island, let alone hurt anyone. I just want to know.
A noble quest that could perhaps bring peace, but to which I cannot answer alone. I cannot reveal such secrets without seeking advice from the other Donegada. But in order to thank you for saving one of our daughters, stay with us tonight. Eat and celebrate life. Maybe by sharing this joy...
We accept your invitation. Isn't that right, Desardet?
Of course. Thank you for welcoming us.
I'm sorry. You look disappointed.
I did not expect your Donegad to reveal all its secrets to us, but I would have loved to learn more.
Perhaps you should be patient. It takes, and since you are staying with us tonight,
That's what I hope.
Thank you for welcoming us tonight. We had a good time.
Yes. It was very...
We are glad that you stayed with us. We too have learned from you.
Your face brims with thoughts, Afra.
It's nothing.
We should all rest. It has been a long day.
Good night.
May the moon watch.
Is something wrong?
Dunkas wasn't here tonight, yet he's the one who invited us to stay. I also saw one of the elders sneaking out of the...
You think they're hiding something from
I don't know. But since they don't want to share their knowledge with us, let's...
I don't like it one bit, Afra. If the elders and Duncan...
In that case, why don't you explain where the transformation comes from?
It's not something that you have to believe to understand.
I see. So we will discreetly follow these people, since this is the...
Oi, toy! Look at all this. Kwa walemsek.
There they are. Let's try not to be detected. Why don't the creatures attack them?
I don't know. Are they guarding this place?
If they're trained to guard it, this must be a very important place. Hear something.
We found them. Let's be as discreet as possible. They are below.
Get down or we'll be seen.
Dage Loxen, Nas Folade Hestagao Klosaigamen.
The leaves rustle and speak. Someone is listening to us.
Whoever you are, come out of the shadows. Hiding is futile.
Forgive us. We did not intend to interrupt you.
Approach, Red Knights.
Why are you here?
We're sorry. We didn't mean to interrupt your conversation.
We need answers, so we...
I never thought I would see you like this, hiding in the bushes, spying on...
I'm the one who brought her here. But she refused to tell me what I need...
Well, since you absolutely want to learn... And be quiet. We are here to meditate, to hear the voice of the earth.
Close doors. You were right. Johan is ready. Morian's trial has made her more...
She is his Minundanem, and he is hers. One cannot progress without the other. She will have to bring him to the Cave of Knowledge. This will be his...
May their path be gentle and shielded. As for me, I hear the call.
And the day the call is loud enough, you will respond just like each of us. But it's not yet time for you to join in on Milfrichtemen. So, Afra, are you satisfied?
It was informative, although it's not... This meeting was strange. It almost seemed like they really heard voices in the wind.
Maybe it's true.
Some believe so strongly that they end up hearing or seeing.
Have you learned what you wanted?
What they said about these young people we helped out, about the fact they were ready. We have a unique opportunity of seeing...
But we can't follow them wherever they go.
No, of course not. I must think on it.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord Dorsey's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord Dorsey has been attacked.
He believes? He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams, from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding, like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events. But know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The Islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By Islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes. A strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the Islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here? Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. The Islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried?
What? Alone? What could I have done?
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was... I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that Islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition. But your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself?
I am sorry, sir.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going...
Thank you, sir.
Lady Morange tells me that a delegation from the De Vespe family just landed on the island.
From the look on your face, I take it their arrival is not good news. Are they that bad?
Their name was given to a deadly poison, the Draft of De Vespe. It's highly effective in resistance, so there's no reason to worry.
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope the Denegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws. And there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Catasac's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks. This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants. This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor Katasak are among them. A crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. Constantine and Katasak must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks. More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against? Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else. New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them? There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here. The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Katasak. blocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, these men came from a nearby camp, an old outpost of the Alliance taken over by the Coin Guard. They could well have decided to finish what they'd planned in New Serene. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? These vials look familiar. Katasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual. But they were attacked. An attack obviously involving one. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flame.
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from...
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful donator.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, we could return to Wen Xavier. Perhaps Katasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to... We're also going to have to visit the out... Their soldiers were involved in the combat. Or at least the end of it. They must have some stories.
And you think that they would have taken Constantine? Is that possible? Maybe he was in need. But if you suspect them to have participated in the combat to capture him, I think I know the captain of that out. A pessimistic man who would never order an attack without being absolutely certain.
Perhaps. Unless he was simply obeying orders. It does belong to the Coin Guard. However, one way or another, let us be on our way without further delay.
I've heard stories of your exploits. It's unusual for us to be off. It seems my Tiern was right. How can I help?
Katasach has disappeared. Would you have any idea as to where?
What? But my Tiern followed you to help.
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin to a particular place. Their escort was attacked, decimated by beasts and by magic. And my cousin...
You believe that the Tiern has taken your cousin and killed his... Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand only did so in order to better...
Wait. This is not... Perhaps they were wounded. And your master wanted to take Constantine to a safe haven to heal him. We must find them at all costs. Where...
Forgive me, Doneged. Your words are true.
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the battlefield.
They could very well. But let me see them closely. No, they are not his. This potion does not... I do not know this smell. The plants used... Another Doneged must be implicated. But none that I know would attack Katasach. Who would attack the water that heals? The earth that feels?
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find them. That they are alive and well. I must go. I need to continue my investigations.
When you have discovered anything, let me know.
have to go.
Kwa awelem seg.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I...
Desarde. I am legate of the...
A legate? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get me. I am Captain Idris, of the Coin Guard. I am the ranking officer in charge of this. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for Constantin d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here?
My cousin was part of an expedition. His men and his camp were attacked, but we found no trace of his body, which has us wounded and holding up somewhere.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen in the region.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison.
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by you.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived.
Explain yourself, Captain.
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some
And you didn't go and see for... You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you...
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing. You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me...
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from...
Captain, my name is Afra. I passed by this outpost with my fellow scholars.
The Lost Expedition.
His Excellency was able to...
His Excellency has powers that I do not...
I'm casting no stones at you. You are isolated and without resources. And understand... You have the feeling that the powerful of this world have abandoned you. But a life hangs in the balance.
One of the men I posted there...
A survivor? Excellent.
He wasn't able to say a word.
He collapsed unconscious. Our nurse sits with him, but his wounds are extremely...
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do...
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps I can't take it anymore. Anything else?
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that this boy will not survive. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very...
What are you doing there? This...
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier.
That is very kind of him.
What are you saying?
No, but I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stock. I no longer have a... And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow...
Yes, at least I think so.
I see. Give me the...
Thank you. Were you able to concoct the...
Yes, I will.
Give it to me. We must wait and be...
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know...
And if he survives?
Come back tomorrow at the same time.
Very well.
See you soon.
Good day, Captain.
Excellent.
Concerning the young man that...
Did you see them?
Yes. And we'll do all we...
Thank you. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do...
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the...
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. And we heard sounds of fighting not far. Men were screaming. In our own land, soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire.
Constantine Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting?
Dozens of wild animals that seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where?
I don't know. I didn't see everything. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty. I dragged myself here.
I'm going to have to go and find these.
You shouldn't do that.
That's enough. Rest.
Yes, it's best I leave. I'll have a word with your captain.
Excellency, I was told thank you. You can't imagine what...
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions you're...
Did you learn what you need?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Hello.
Renaigse, there...
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present.
You dare come here? Let me throw him out this Renaigse, and may they receive this punishment.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man, as well as the man who is protecting him. Katisach.
No Donea Exregal would attack...
If you didn't attack him, you must know... I was told that an islander took my cousin. Perhaps your men were there to aid...
We do not have your cousin, and we do not... As for Katasach... And the Vorst, Tire... That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook. We went to see. The last breath of Katasach had returned, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We carried the body of the Donegad, and
He gave his life to protect This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led...
no Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
That is the very reason I need to see his body.
You may see him. But if you...
Katasach. Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then, let's see what story this corpse has to tell. The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or a musket. The major wound is found on the chest, to the degree that the skin was torn. The edges of the wound are singed and smell of... There is a powdery spot on this wound, as if Katasach bore the brunt of this attack or incredible force. I can only imagine one thing that could have inflicted such... It's as if an enormous, burning stone hit him right in the center of the chest. And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we're on the tracks of a man, or a creature, capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair? What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his...
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge...
Let's ask her for her help, then. She might be able to...
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own cause. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for... When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadaktas.
That would explain her distrust of the
You must make her see your purpose. It...
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe.
Can you tell me about Enon Mil?
I already told you. He is the god of the flow under the bark of the trees, and they are our father, our protector. But I doubt that some Renoigs...
What is the role of a Tierna?
In every generation, all the Donegal... She has to be the best of them all. She must help them to remember that everything they receive must be given back. That we are part... She must know all the secrets of the island. Pass them on to those who are deserving. And no, I won't entrust you with these secrets. You are on all Menawi.
I've come to ask you for help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island?
My cousin has been taken. And
Truly?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of
Katasach is dead. He was a good man. Perhaps
he went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken, according to a witness. And Katasach suffered terribly. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth? Only the Nadaig Manemen have, but none of our own would have attacked Katasach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand.
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged my wound in the past. Very well, Renoixe. I will help you. Our island wails in suffering. Many Sinolmenau. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig and bring to me the necessary...
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember. Or write in your language. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh. As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body.
Where can I find him?
In Duren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me, then we can perform the ritual.
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is not far.
Very well.
I recognize this weapon. It's Katasak's, I'm certain. It must have been broken during the battle. Let's take it back to Mev.
Were you able to find the element?
Yes.
This is good. The moon is high. Katasar, we have come to learn the truth of your death. Ato alkom frangawi brandi, olehana memen adestame haman. Baravridenan tahanemo quate grenfen, linqui damda renaute da hodos. Lemat, de tahawan kloisam, de talugedon velam, de taragam buledam, de tatamenam reloidan. Adota lamen kante bij dam en antelem vervraagd tango.
Katasak, help me, please.
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster? Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katasach. To save one, Renaikse, you put us all in great peril. His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on.
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who has?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden-haired was there. And he was afraid. Katasach protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must follow.
Do you know where to look for him?
The kings and queens could tell me when they saw him for the last time.
Then you must earn that. Arm yourself with patience and courage on Olmenau.
Thank you, Mev. You have
Do
helped.
not thank me. I have not done this in order to satisfy my curiosity. I betrayed my king. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that can...
Farewell, Mev. It's not possible just now. It's not possible just now.
Bertito mad. I am Ulan. You have a peculiar face. I didn't know that people from the continent could bear the mark. To what do I owe the...
I met a member of your clan in New Serene.
Oh, so you are the... I am very grateful to you. I knew the Renaigse. You are someone that the kings of the Renaigse respect and listen.
As the legate of the congregation, it is true that I can talk to all the...
That is what I thought. I need your...
About what?
I want to meet him to offer a peace treaty between his clan and... Many kings want to chase the Renaigse away from... I know we could learn many things from them.
I see. I can indeed talk to the governor.
If you do talk to him, can you also tell him that one of my clans... I sent him some time ago. He fears for his life. He could be attacked at any moment.
Very well. I will make sure...
what do I...
I am looking for the High King. It is...
I would like to help you, friend from the faraway isle. But
I was told that you were one of the last to have seen him. Perhaps he told you where he was going.
The other kings and queens already complained that I am too close and too near the Renaigse. I fear that they would consider me a traitor if I reveal to you what I know. Help me solve the problem that I spoke to you about, and I would be... To what do I owe? Go and find the governor. This meeting is of the utmost Anything else?
Nothing. I must... Commander Torsten.
Sir de Sardet, what a pleasure to have you visit. What can I do for you?
I met Ulan, the bone blower. He is an open-minded man who holds great expectations. He would like to meet you to discuss a treaty.
I've heard about the bone blowers. Not particularly great given the situation. An alliance. Unfortunately, there's still many partisans of the Bridge Alliance. I cannot leave it without risking a riot, or even worse. And too much blood.
I doubt that Ulan will come to Hikmet. He is looking for an alliance, but he is not desperate. Such a gesture would be considered a sign of weakness.
That sounds logical. Would he negotiate with one of my counselors? A man of trust?
I think that might be possible. I'm sure he would understand that you could not come to see him in person.
Perfect then. My advisor will join you at Vignamri. And if this Ulan hasn't lied, he will...
I'll be there too, to make sure everything... There is another matter concerning the same village that I would like to bring... A wandering merchant, a member of Ulan's clan, is being kept in your outpost. Can you authorize his entry into this?
Why not? Another merchant. He could also serve as a hostage if anything unfortunate were to... Here. You may give him this letter of passage. He will be able to enter town with it and to establish his...
I thank you. I must go.
Naturally. I won't want to hold you back.
Please, help me!
Just keep walking, Renaigse. This doesn't...
Have mercy! They will kill me! I am but...
If I were you, I would leave at once. A squad of guards are approaching.
Not Fradi. Let's leave, but we will get you for this.
Adlo Reda on Olmanawi.
Think nothing of it. Ulan told me that you...
It is true. This day left me outside, and the Donea Exdragout...
Rest assured, I have obtained permission which should allow you to set up...
Adlo Reda...
Farewell, merchant. Ulan, I see that the governor of Hikmet's emissary...
He is. And I am very thankful that you succeeded in organizing this meeting.
We are very grateful as well, Your Excellency. I am sure you can understand that the discussion we are about to have must remain...
Naturally. I hope that you will reach... So, have you reached...
Our discussions were very fruitful. However...
Really?
Our peace treaty depends on the ability to...
And Chief Ulan has warned me that our merchants would be at risk of being attacked...
Mordoon, the chief of the village of Igug, he is among those who think that the people of your island are only... But his village would also benefit. If you could convince him to meet us, we could...
Without this, I am afraid we would not be able to make... Peace and trade are linked. If our merchants risk their...
I am sure that you will manage to convince...
I can try.
Adlredar, we will wait here and...
What are you doing here, Renaigse?
Ulan, the king of Vignamri, wants to establish a trade agreement.
This sounds like something he would do. All he ever thinks of. All of that, in hope of breathing new life into his village, while insulting the memory.
Hikmet's emissary will only sign if their merchants can move freely and in...
I am not like him. The Renaigse cannot be trusted.
The Donea Exregao I have met were fearless, and yet you are running away from a mere meeting. By refusing to negotiate, you are only showing weakness.
Not Fradi. The worst part is that I cannot refuse this. Fine. I will meet Ula. Tell them to find me at Landristel.
I will tell them right away. Mordoon is willing to meet you at Lanristel to...
You really are an accomplished negotiator.
I knew you would succeed. Thanks to you, the whole...
Do you know where this place is?
Of course. In our language, it is a sacred place. One whose peace...
In that case, we should go there at once.
Yes. Come back to see me soon. And if luck is on our side...
Ulan is acting strangely. I do not trust him.
We should go to Lanristel to check that everything is going...
And if we want to see this encounter, we should leave... Mordoon is being attacked. Let's go and rescue him.
Adloredar, thank you for coming. That accursed Ulan. My men are dead, and now I will have to join another clan if I do not want my whole village.
I'm sorry, Mordoon.
You were deceived, just like I was. Farewell, on Almanawi.
Traitor! This meeting was meant to establish peace, and yet you have
Mordoon was a Danea ex-Regao. He would have endlessly attacked our merchants. We had to protect ourselves. If we were to make these exchanges...
By lying and
I am sorry, but I was unsure that you would agree. I understand your anger, but keep in mind... You are now a Karans of Ignamri, and should you seek it, you will always have our assistance. Anything else?
I'm in need of your help, Ulan. I was told that you were one of the...
I wouldn't know where you could find him. You are our ally, our friend. We had met in the council at Dorhad Genadu to decide what to do about the Renai, but we were unable to come to an understanding. Some of us are full of violence and refuse to see what we gain by befriending your cause. Deirdre and the poor Bladnid were among them, alas. And only speak about the massacres. I defended you, of course, and attempted to make them hear reason. Our disagreement angered Vimbar. He decided to leave us and to seek counsel. He wanted to go to the heart of the island to consult with En-on Nilf.
Do you think he might have stayed there?
I doubt it. It was too long ago. You should travel to Wensham, even if he decided to stay away from his people. He would not have...
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
Nothing. I must go.